All right, we're here with Mike Evans, and we're gonna take a look at some of these miniatures. What's the name of the game?
So this is all stuff that's D&D compatible, but it's for the Lost Company graphic novel and Lost Company, miniature line, Lost Company adventures that were coming out.
So a company is like Company of the Ring. It's like an adventuring party company.
Basically, it was this whole army of dwarves led by Orm Broken Crow, and they all get slaughtered.
Broken Crow?
Yeah.
Sorry, like somebody steps on the crow. What should our clan name mean?
I think it
defeated this mighty crow.
I honestly think that would fit. That's the tone of the graphic novel.
Oh, is it? Is it humorous? Is there like a comedic
parts.
element?
Yeah.
All right, sounds good.
It's all designed by. Most of Andy's work is like, his comic work is like Samurai Jack comic books and stuff like that. So it's it's epic, but definitely with humorous undertones.
All right, fantastic. So these are all these blisters. You brought like 20 different blisters, right?
Yeah.
And no need to get them all out at this second. But so it seems like there's a lot. Didn't you say though that there's like 25 miniatures for stretch goals for this thing?
Yeah, so I think, but we also have probably, so we've been working on the line before the Kickstarter, and I think there's, I don't actually know the number, but I want to say probably like somewhere between 30 and 40 minis that you can get as add-ons.
And these are available now. You can get a lot of them actually on this web. So check the notes for this website. And they look really cool. They're characterful. Did you sculpt these then?
Yes, a lot of them. So they'd started the line. I definitely wanted to be a part of it because I was like, this fits my style.
Oh wait, this is the same one.
Of it too. So this
set that aside.
Are they some of them are the cultists, some of them are the halflings. Yeah, the cultists. Yeah. So the cultists are I designed and sculpted because I needed cultists. You always need cultists.
Yeah, I love them.
And then there's these two halflings that are sort of in the same encounter with the cultists.
Glaremites.
Yeah, the Glaremites are just like the aliens and the monsters that these guys are designing that I get to sculpt are like just out there.
Yeah, they look cool.
They're just a different.
Oh, and there's actually because I'm going to paint these.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, well, this kind of shows you the color scheme of them. Okay, great. Hand me another one.
There we go. So
give me another.
That one we might have to open. They're both facing backwards, but.
Okay, well, yeah. Let's go ahead and just open these on camera then. And these are halflings.
Yep, two halflings. Two halfling thieves. Basically, Andy had designed a halfling thief, and I was like, I want to design one.
Bust them out.
And so I designed one based on my friend. Let's get this open.
You can do it.
Clamshell.
Okay, great. That's nice. I don't like it when it's like you could cut your hand trying to open it.
You don't have to go buy a knife to open these.
Right. Like clamshells can be. Go ahead and just set them down, and I'll zoom in as far as I can. I'm going to actually literally move this closer.
I forgot the name of Andy's.
This is real exciting. I like it. So these are like just agnostic, like you could just get them just to have them.
Yep.
And I got to tell you, these look like cast, like they're very crisp.
We got a guy named Clint in Indiana that just like.
You don't know how he does it.
Everything I've tweaked on my Elegoo printers to try to get close to his prints either causes my prints to fail, or I get ones that are just not quite as crisp. So all the details that I sculpted on these digitally show up in his prints.
Do you think this is going to become more common? Like you're like, oh, I want to buy some miniatures, and you find a blister, a traditional packaging, but they're actually, they're 3D printed.
Yeah, I think so. I think because we were talking to some guys that had worked at Privateer Press, and and they had a huge thing with
they had a problem modernizing
until something happened. Okay. But they were like, the future is 3D printing. Just go with 3D printing. And so we're like, okay, well.
Literally, that's what they told you?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
So I don't know. just the quality that's there is like
Well,
it's as good as and the poses that we can get are just so
it's
much
way
more
better than
dynamic than anything we
those
could.
old flat 2D vulcanized rubber molds.
Yes, yeah. And then gluing together metal is like the worst. I'm sure
It is.
Yeah, it's,
And there was a while where I was like, ew, plastic, gross, and people didn't like it. They were like, oh, we want metal. But now, no, I do not like. Metal is so unfriendly.
yeah.
And 3D printing is just awesome.
Yeah.
Like, a commoner can get an $800 printer and all of a sudden
500.
just produce their things. Yeah, they're even cheaper.
I've got, I mean, yeah, no, I test print everything for scale, but I have the patience to print it right exactly one time, and that's my patience limit.
Well, and I think the printers are going to get faster. They'll start to print reliably in color, which will be the end of my business.
Oh yeah.
That'll be a real problem. But of course, I was concerned as a painting studio about, remember AT43 and Rackham came out with pre-prints? Like they were, and the quality was really good, but people did not like those pre-paints. And still people regard them as like garbage. It's like, oh, these are pre-paints and I'm not interested.
Yeah, I think that's
There's like what's it called? Starts with a P. Never mind. All right, keep going.
All right, so these two are some of the heroes from the comic. This guy is, he's a bad guy.
They look non-human. This
Yeah.
one's a bad guy?
Yeah, he's
Go
Praxis, an overlord of the Dark Elves, who, the story is these two spaceships crash on Earth, and,
What,
not
like
on
in
Earth,
ancient times?
in like,
An Earth-like planet?
on an Earth-like planet with dwarves and elves and stuff. And the dwarves basically build their mountain kingdom on top of one spaceship that slowly leaks into their environment and
Like
poisons
radiation?
them. Yeah, so they're
Does it like
so they're
mutate
dying
them and
off.
stuff?
And they're seeking out this other spaceship that has this is from evil aliens, but it promises great power. So that the Dark Elves kind of have in their kingdom.
All right. Okay, can we open one more? Is there
yeah.
another one with
We haven't
other
opened the
unique
cultists
miniatures
yet.
in it?
Yeah, so these
Well, these are really cool. They look like things that you would want to have just to have them. And they have a certain character to them, but it's not, like it's realistic enough to not be cartoon, like Super Dungeon Explorer.
Yeah, it's not quite
know.
Super Dungeon Explorer. Definitely like, I feel like it's Clone Wars.
Okay.
Clone Wars level
All right, let's
level
have 'em.
detail, and definitely the style of Clone Wars because it's got Andy and Paul that worked on Clone Wars and designed the characters and stuff. So these ones, we got a group of cultists. You always need at least 3 cultists, I think, in order to be a cult. If it's just 2 people,
We have one with a
it's just a
scroll.
weird couple.
One like
No, it takes you seriously as a load.
Yeah. You got, once you have
Well, I like the
third
base
cultist-
size. It looks about 30 millimeter.
millimeters, yeah.
Nice, some nice beveled. The bases are consistent. Like they're not just a bunch of weird, inconsistent sizes. There's some that are, these look like 25s, but it's consistent with the model that's being put
Yeah,
on them.
and that's
So
one
that's real nice.
That's one that a couple of weeks ago I went through and resized all the bases and changed the heights and stuff just to make sure they were all like matching across the range. So that's I feel like it's important to me that all the bases have the same height. I don't know.
No, it's good. It looks professional and is consistent. So, and these guys are ready to prime.
Yeah.
Do you know if you could literally paint on top of how they are existingly?
You'd need to prime them.
Yeah, that's not like a necessary thing. In fact, I always find it kind of weird when they're like, "It's ready to paint. Just put paint on." I'm like, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and just prime it anyway.
Yeah. And I don't know. Some of those pre-primed like Nolzur's Marvelous Minis are all
You
pre-primed
can't
and
paint right on those.
It's
They
yeah.
say you can.
Yeah,
I've tried.
exactly.
I think it depends on-
Oh, did you try to do them? But it doesn't work.
No,
it's
I
not
haven't
consistent.
tried
Yeah.
I tried painting some of the Reaper Bones stuff, and some of them took paint
Oh,
really
Reaper
well,
Bones. Ugh.
and some of them just didn't. So,
Sorry, Reaper Bones. They were cheap.
yeah,
They were like $1 a fig or less.
And they were designed. At least the later ones were all designed to be made in plastic the way they were, and I think they just look great. Yeah.
A lot of them were pretty good, like the Clockwork Dragon. But anyway, back to these guys. Well, these look really cool. They're very characterful, and I'm glad you came and shared them. Do you have any last words?
Last words.
Tell my wife I love her.
Yeah.
That's right. It's off to the murder room with you three.
I would say, back the project if you're interested in these minis, and if not, you can wait till they come out individually. And
some of them are available now.
Yeah, some of them are available now.
There's a website, you can go pick them up.
And
some people love Kickstarters.
Yeah.
Just back like a zillion Kickstarters. It's economical.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an interesting business model.
It's like the kid with the marshmallow model. Like if you're willing to sit and wait for that marshmallow, you'll get even more with the Kickstarter.
Oh yeah, that test about
the test that
10 minutes
I
you
would
can have
definitely
2
fail.
marshmallows.
Yeah, that's the.
I'm like, yeah. To heck with your delayed gratification.
I don't know what the future's gonna bring. All right,
I'll take my gratification instantaneous. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys have been great. I really appreciate it. And BTP fans, thanks for tuning in.